Sairam, and a pleasant good evening to one and all. My most humble pranams at the divine lotus feet of our loving and omnipresent Lord, Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Hope you are all safe and healthy by Swami's grace. I am Vishnu Rampersad, NCP of Guyana, and I'm assisting in this recording of one of the stalwarts and very influential member of the SSIO Guyana. Welcome to another episode in the series of Unite and Inspire. The series designed to unite and inspire uplifts spiritual aspirants on the path of self-discovery. This is an offering of the SSIO West Indies, led by the Sri Satya Sai Baba organization of Trinidad and Tobago, which also provides a medium for archiving experiences and personal transformations of devotees of mainly West Indies region by responding to questions provided by the archiving committee and guidelines. Those who wish to make comments or ask questions can use the chat box, and once time permits, we will facilitate. Today we are extremely privileged and honored to have as guest Brother Leo Sawh from Guyana. So let us be inspired by welcoming Brother Leo Sawh to this interview. And I'm grateful, very grateful, to be sitting with Brother Leo Sawh in this wonderful, serene environment of his home. How did you first come in contact with Satya Sai Baba?
Actually, to be honest, I was searching for God. I really want to know who God was really or whatever. But there comes a time when you have that sincerity, and I always feel that God reveals himself to you after, but your sincerity has to be there. I had a restaurant, a vegetarian restaurant in downtown, where we call Georgetown Bobby's Car Park. Guyanese will know the Bobby's Car Park. And I had this restaurant, it was called Krishna Vegetarian Snack and restaurant, and there was a gentleman, he was in the Sai Baba organization for a while, Jivan Chowti. I think he was at Campbell Center, and he came and asked me if I can sponsor some of the program on his radio program, and I said it was no problem. I was chatting with him really afterwards. God reveals himself to people. There's an old saying, God don't come, but he's sent. So maybe God sent him to me, and we chatted, and then he said, look, apparently he's seen the interest in me, and he said, look, I'll bring 2 books and lend it to you, and you can read them. So he brought these books, and then I saw this guy with his afro hair or whatever in front of the book. Really, it didn't really, the picture didn't really appeal to me very much, but I started to read the book, and as I read the book, I just couldn't put it down. I was not hungry, thirsty, not sleepy, nothing else, right? I just was being like a magnet to the book, and I just keep wanting more, wanting more, wanting more. It was this spiritual nourishment that I was looking for maybe from since I was born until now, and it was there nourishing me all the time really. And then gradually I said, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm looking for. And then he invited me to the satsang. We call it satsang in the Campbell Center. Yeah, and there I went there for the first time. But I was a businessman, very busy in those days, really. When in business, really, your time really. So I told him, look, I'm just going to stay there for 1 hour, and that is it, 1 hour. Exactly 1 hour when the bhajan then finished. But as the bhajan is singing, really, this, that, whatever, all kind of thing, you hear God's name, so it confused my head. And I said to myself, like, these people don't know what I want. Really. They want Jesus, they want Allah, they want Krishna, they want Buddha, all sort of things, this thing. So after that I got up. When I got up to go away, Shouty came up and said, could you just stay a little bit more really? And I did stay really, and the meditation really would have hooked me really. There was a meditation that up to now I am really absorbed into it, you know. I enter into a state of peace and silence and whatever really, continuing really. And then the discourse, and that slowly I knew that there was a force, a strong divine force that was pulling me but gently and surely. And then I surrendered really. No matter how much I had resisted initially about, you know, the forms and the different names really, because I've had a little Hindu background, more of a Christian background as well really. So, but gradually I accepted and I surrendered. That was it.
Share two of your most memorable experiences with Satya Sai Baba.
Okay. My first experience really, I remember going to the Sai, and I've had lots of experience, endless really, whatever. But on hand really what I can remember, one is that I first visited the ashram, Sai Baba ashram, and Puttaparthi in 1995, which is like about 26 years ago.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and that was like about 3-4 years before I got into the organization. And a miracle did happen how I went up there really, whatever. But there's so many I can talk about really, but one I clearly remember is that I had a side picture in my home there in Sherry Street, just above the step and the stairway. And every time I go downstairs, I got to fall in love with Sai. I don't know why, but I just get to love him so much really. And I used to do like this, so, and I touched, because the picture was a little bit high, and I would put my hands to my lips and then put it towards the picture, really. And I did it almost every time I come down and I pass the picture. I was drawn closer and closer from the picture. The picture was the one that brought me, because the books as well, I should have said really. And the name as well too, to some extent. And I do that every day. Now when I went to Puttaparthi, Krishanti Nalaya really, Swami, we call him Swami, Sai Baba. Swami was giving what you call Padma Namaskar to the Sewa Dal there, and he was going around like in circle. Those who went to Puttaparthi will know the wall where the cycle one call is really. So I was outside of the wall really, just looking through. Because when you go up, you just one little glimpse and you're happy, and it makes you so happy. So I was there trying to right in front of this wall and see him coming around. And as he was coming around really, and the Sevdals were touching his feet, everybody wanted, you know, because they said there's power in the feet. So at the lotus feet, everybody wanted to touch his feet. And as he was coming in eastern direction, I was there, and I was looking up, just looking at him. And he was kind of a little bit smiling, down in his head and looking at the Seva Baba. But when he reached up at me, he lifted his head and he looked up at me and he smiled. And there's a smile that will live in my heart forever. And when I smiled, he did like this. Just exactly what I did back home. And I held my heart. I said, oh my God, you know, look, it melted me same time, because I said, this is really love in action, really. And he walked around again, and then he was going around, and then the second time as he was coming, I could see he was smiling like this kind of a playful smile upon you know. And he was telling me heart to heart, like he was talking, I got you, I know you're really confused, like he was telling me, but I know what you do to my picture back home, so look again. And he did it for a second time, right? And I'm talking, I'm getting goose pimples, because I remember that incident very, very well, really. And he did it again, and the third time, really, it was the same thing. He was smiling, and just before he raised, he looked at me, and he looked at his eye, and he did like this for the third time. This is no accident or whatever. I am fully aware of all that you are doing.
how was the second such wonderful experience that is most memorable to you?
Okay, the second one was very challenging and very, very, I cannot really say what I can ever do to pay back to Swami, but to give him my love, give him my body, give him my every single thing. I'm actually living for him really right now. We had an attempted kidnap of her really.
Your daughter?
One time, yeah, my daughter. Years ago really, in the early 2000. And I remember it's a long story, but I will try to summarize it as much as possible really. But just to the viewers out there really, to let you all realize and know that when you have that faith and that trust and that confidence, right, in divinity, how it can manifest itself from the flick of your finger at any time. And they had already garnered her, tied her up, every single thing, just waiting to go. And this is the story what she related to me really, and I think she did give a talk at the Sai Baba headquarters. But Bhagwan, I think, was chairperson for them at that time really. And what she told me is that she could have done anything anyway because they had guns and everything with her. So she was helpless, and even at one time maybe hopeless too. But then we have almost all the business. We have a Swami picture in the business that's really. And there was this picture by the office staring at her. She was sitting flat on the floor really, and she didn't know what to do. And she told me she looked up at this picture, and she talked to him, and she said, "Swami, I've done everything what I could have done, and there's nothing I can do now. But if I have to go, then what can I do? I will have to go. And if there's a way I have to meet my end, then I will have to accept. But I know, Swami, you can help me. You have the power. If you want to, you can help me. Please do help me." And she said from the time she said those words, the kidnappers started getting haywire. Helter-skelter, they started to run really, and they get confused. And there are, which time will not put, but there are like about a dozen miracles that occur after, right? That the car, they try to stop car to take her and they refuse. They try to take her car keys really, whatever. And how the way that car key disappear really, it took some time, take a bit of time when they got the car keys. So that I hijacked a car from a guy down there that came and dropped my daughter around there. And as the taxi driver was about to turn, they held him up at gunpoint. And they seized the car. And he ran over there really to our shop really. But when they tried to start that car, they went into her in the car there. And when they tried to move the car refused to move. The car just wouldn't move. And that was that. And then she escaped.
Okay.
Right, she escaped through the back door and she ran. And the car nearly hit her. She was a very, very busy street really. And after she escaped really, she came into my room, and I remember it was a Tuesday, and that was a Tuesday. I used to keep fast and not even speaking. I never used to talk on Tuesday really. And then she ran to the room and said, "Daddy, look what they kidnapped me." And I had to speak, but I just say where were they? And then she said, "They're coming," and they probably. But then the guy who owned the car, he went over to me right then and he told him, he didn't say, "Look, they're trying to kidnap me." He said, "They're hijacking car, call the police." And who knows, heaven knows, nobody told her. And she called her brother, Ray, and told him that, look, they're trying to kidnap Nanda. But nobody told her that, but she did. And Ray, immediately called. We had a private security company, Advanced Security, and he called them. And for reasons, everything just fell into place. I'm just telling you the miracles of when Nanda talked to Swami and said, "Look, Swami, only you can hear." And in the flashes of seconds, just one after the other, these miracles appearing. Right, the inspector for the company really, he was just like I checked it like about 10 seconds away from the incident, and he heard it over the radio. Right, and then with that, he pulled in. He told the driver, pulled in there really. And he jumped out of the vehicle, and the kidnappers saw him really, and they opened fire and started with him. But that really you don't really
So
occupy.
Swami's hands were at work.
Well, yeah, well,
in every
as I
part
said,
of that rescue
everything,
and
and
escape
it
and
done
so
so
on.
precisely,
Yes.
more than surgical precision,
Yes, yes.
right?
Very
Just
short
one
time.
after the other, really.
Yes.
Well, I cannot say well timed, just one after the other.
Thank you, Brother Liu. Those are wonderful experiences. One with your personal self, at Prashanti Swami, offering kisses to you, and the rescue of your daughter. It had to be a tremendous ordeal for her, but by Swami's grace, she survived.
I mean, how can I be ungrateful to something like that? But
So, Uncle Liu, what does Satya Sai Baba mean to you?
Satya Sai Baba is a total symbol of what love is. As one writer said, if you want to see love walking on two legs, see Sai Baba. And I am actually melted when he means so much to me that he has made me what I am, who knows me. And I have been in his presence so much, and I tell you, when I am there and when I see him really, sometimes when he gives darshan and he walks, I make sure I'm the first to run before anybody get on the place where he walk, on the path that he walk. So I would kiss the ground because I know his tender feet has touched that ground and nobody went there. So I would purposely go and kiss it. And sometimes I feel like lying down and roll myself like a blanket in the love that he has left there, really. So he is every single thing to me, you know. Yes, I always say the information is good, but more than the information is the transformation, right? An ounce of transformation is worth far more than a ton of information. There's a lot of information in the social media all over the place, right? It has made me a better person, from a better person to a better person, really. And as I tell people now, it is the LEO means love everyone, right? And so it has created that love within me, and I strongly ever believe whether in whatever you engage in, offer love, give love, show love. And when I tell people I'm alone, but I'm not lonely, right? Because the love that I have in my life fills my heart, and anywhere I go, I'm never lonely with the love that He has given to me. So I'm happy wherever I go, you know. I love all, I serve all. I'm happy feeding ants. You see, when the ants all eat, I'm so happy. I feed the ants sugar sometimes, really, you know. So it has transformed my life in terms of seeing this whole cosmic manifestation as absolute love, pure love. Well, to everyone, I would say, learn to give and forgive, really. And for me, this is not much of a achievement, really, whatever. It's just that I love to give, and you know, when I give blood, I felt I was giving liquid love. You see, and but with the plants, as you mentioned, really, I always say that in the garden of my heart, where I planted that seed of love, it has grown into a sapling of joy. And that sapling of joy has grown into a tree of formidable happiness that provide branches, shades of comfort to those all who would come near the tree, under the tree of my life. And these branches of the tree of my life would put forth blossoms of beauty, splendor, elegance, grace, charm, whatever it is.
Yes.
And those blossoms eventually turn out to fruits that bear the nectarine juice of love.
Yes.
So from the seed of love, the fruits of love.
We are in your yard now at
Kurita Park.
Kurita Park, and it's beautiful with many, many fruit trees. And the ambience is excellent. It's so peaceful. Our technical person here for this video recording, or spiritual national spiritual coordinator, Sister Anuradha Sawh, and as well as Sister Radhika, would really they are signaling to me to have you sing one of your favorite bhajans or songs or hymns. Would you mind?
Well, what I
As
have,
it goes, that would be all right.
there's so many bhajans I love really, but you know, there's one that I always remember, basing on this interview really, when I said Elio, we love everyone really. But I tell people if they're Rockapaki, he had Elio, leave everyone. Because I find that I get a lot of spiritual strength being alone too. But yet, you can be alone and yet love everyone really. And so that the bhajans get, love all, serve all. Listen to the call of the Lord. Love all, serve all. This is the call of the Lord. If you love the Lord, then you must love all. You cannot hate people and love the Lord. If you serve the Lord, then you must serve all. Love all, serve all. Listen to the call of the Lord. Love all, serve all. This is the call of the Lord.
Thank you, Uncle Leo, Brother Leo. Jai Sai Ram.
Praise God.